Clap for a good time.
Clap for the podcast.
Come on, Coop, give us the clap.
Clap for Incensed. Come on.
I don't have it this month.
That's what antibiotics do for you, mate.
All clapped
There
out.
we go, we're all
Lovely.
clapped.
Perfect.
We'll clap. And that concludes the podcast.
Yeah. Tune in next week.
On episode 153.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to cut you out.
No, sorry. I don't know where
You
that
waited.
comes
That's the cold open. That's the cold open
from.
there.
Sorry.
On episode 153. Dazzling Dreams. Will it be £50 for a shiny cutie fly? Finding Dusk. How hard can it be? And we're grilling a guest to try and stay warm at the moment. Welcome in to the Incensed podcast. Yes, it's episode 153, and we have Vassa, Masterful27, and Casual Coops, and myself. My broadband's fixed, boys. Pokemon UK, it's good to be back. Happy New Year, finally, a week later.
We don't want you back.
Howdy.
We don't want you back.
You're being cut. Howdy.
Coop's been nice. It's the famous YouTuber.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hi.
I made it in finally for 24. Boys, are we good?
Mate,
We are good.
I'm good, Milo.
Are you good?
We are good.
Yeah, don't worry, Milo. He won't be here next week anyway.
That's
so-
very true.
Actually, he won't.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
That's very true.
It's good to have you back.
I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back. It felt weird sitting from the sidelines of the editing studio.
And boys, check out Milo. He stopped shaking. He actually went north at the weekend.
What?
He did.
I've only just recovered.
Milo left the M25.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. So can I just clarify? So you weren't here for the first episode of 2024. You've had no Wi-Fi for 3-4 days, and you've left Ealing all in the space of a week.
It really is New Year, New Me.
Wow.
Wow. In a year's time, when we talk about achievements, he's done it.
That's not going to be the talking point this week, obviously, but I would like to hand it over to the rural trainer himself. We have lit the barbecue for the first time in 2024, haven't we, Mark?
Yeah, and I think this is the right time of year to do it, Milo. What do you think? January?
We really need it, seriously.
Well, it is the middle of summer, isn't
Huddle
Somewhere.
around the barbecue.
It is the middle of the summer somewhere. That's very true.
Not
Ian.
here.
Like it is 5 p.m. somewhere else in the world. But no,
Marky, where would you say it's summer right now in the world?
Oh, beep, 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 beep. Shabati Island, I have you know. So I love this part. It is lovely. We are grilling the guest. We are pleased to be joined by a fellow Northerner. Well, when I say we are all pleased that they're here, I'm pleased that they're also a Northerner like myself.
Have you noticed, boys, he's a Northerner this week. Normally he's like, oh, I'm a Southerner like Coops and Milo. Now he's a Northerner.
It's normally West
I
Country.
don't think I have ever said that, Ian. You're the one who can't get used to your geographic location and keeps saying,
Midlands.
I'm in the Midlands.
Yeah,
I'm in the middle.
Geographically,
boys,
I'm in the middle.
this is the introduction to our guest, and we're not setting a very good example
Apologies.
here. So, joined by a fellow Northerner from God's own county of Yorkshire, this creator has built up a reputation through live streaming Pokemon Go on Twitch and has amassed and is growing the community around them. As we record tonight, we're following a 31,500 on TikTok and over 12,000 on Twitch. Without further ado, please give our guest a warm welcome. Here is the one and only. We got J0BEATS on with us, boys.
Woo!
Welcome.
Welcome in.
Hello.
It's fabulous to have you with us. How are you doing?
Yes, good, thank you. More or less defrosted after Spotlight Hour.
Well, you have my utmost sympathy, and it must be. You really need the barbecue up there to stay warm.
Yeah, it's freezing.
It really is up here. And you're even further north.
Yeah.
And did Evie shine for you tonight, Joe? Was it worth it?
Yeah, I got two.
Oh,
A double shiny.
I don't know how, yeah.
Transfer them.
Oh no. End call.
Oh, but no, Joe, as the boys said, thank you so much for joining us, and we really appreciate your time, because obviously, you know, these creators that come on, you guys, you take time out of your day to just come on and listen to us absolute chat beep. So we really appreciate it.
No, thanks for inviting me. It's like I say, the first podcast. So
Ooh.
who knows?
Podcast first. Honoured.
Absolutely.
Great to have you here, Joe, and we're going to move into the show. So whether you were new to Incensed in 2024, or whether you've been here since day one, this is the time where we set the tone for what's to come. So,
Oi, you dirty dogs, drop your incense.
and don't forget, if you get something tasty, let us know on any of our socials. And the ones that we primarily use are Threads, Instagram, X, Campfire, WhatsApp. We'll review the number for that one at the end of the show. But when you send us your shinies, please ensure you use the famous hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Can you clarify the spelling?
I certainly can. That is hashtag SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. Now, Mr. Whitfield.
Just tell me about you, mate. Just what's going on?
This is like priming the grill, as it were. So, getting to know you. It's a question for everybody, or those of us who are here on the recording, should we say. So,
Everybody in the world.
everybody. We do put it out to
This is a
social media,
question
don't we, sometimes?
for everyone, but only 4 of you are now going to answer it for me.
Yeah, exactly. And they get worse and more random the further
Fair
up the
dinkum.
numbers go in terms of episodes. So,
If you outsource them, Milo, is what you mean.
Yes.
isn't
He
it?
Just
didn't outsource this one. I was
complete
there when this was
this is very
created.
random. So it's sort of travel related because we bumped into Joe at Barcelona City Safari. I want to know if you had to pick a country that began with the same letter as your first name, where are you going? And Coops, you can't pick Canada.
Coops' first name doesn't begin with a C.
Ian, yes, it does.
Technically, his first name is Casual.
Yeah, exactly. Joe Beats, you go first.
I can literally only think of one, and that's Jamaica. I mean, that's
great
not a bad
country.
one. I don't know what the
Yeah, that's very
internet's
good.
like there, but yeah, I mean, hot. What more can you ask for? Probably lots of cocktails.
I love that. Always thinking of streaming. I don't know what the Wi-Fi's like out there.
Streaming and warm
Streaming
weather.
and alcohol.
Yeah.
Jamaica,
Hand in
though, is
hand.
great. Love that answer.
Have you guys been then? Has anyone
I've
been?
never been, no.
It's on my
the
bucket,
bucket
list.
list.
I've never been to Jamaica. It's one of the Caribbean countries I've not been to yet.
Oh, hold on. Paul, one of my mods, is actually in your YouTube live.
That'll be why. Paul Ness.
And
Yep.
he's actually said the obvious one, Japan.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
How did we miss
Obviously.
that?
Why did I not say, yeah. I was thinking somewhere warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. But the only thing that came to mind was like a chat plan I had when I was like 18, and it would be like, Ian, have you ever been to Jamaica?
Where are you going with this?
No, Ian.
I don't know.
Ian, this is role play. You've got to answer me, otherwise it's not
No,
funny.
Coops,
not
I
been in
haven't
that
been to
position
Jamaica.
Oh, well, you should be, because you. Wait,
What the hell? This is bad.
wait, because I can't remember the punchline, but it's supposed to be like, well, you should be because Jamaican me crazy or something like that. I think. Is
Oh
that
my
right
God.
or not?
You're
I was-
making me
I was
crazy.
waiting for that.
That is a South London joke.
Hang on.
Probably. No, don't give me the crickets. Do not give me. Oh, fair. Oh, nice. He's being nice. Right, Ian, what are you going with?
Although I knew this question was coming, I didn't actually think of an answer. So I would probably have to go Indonesia.
Germany.
It's to change his name.
With an I. Yeah, I'd have to go Indonesia.
Oh, okay, nice. I've been snorkeling there and scuba diving there. You'd be proud
That's
of me.
what I'm
Ian.
thinking, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marky, what about you?
Well, I was thinking about it. I was just checking. Monaco is actually a country within France, but I've been to Monaco, so that's a bit of a cop-out. So I don't want to pick there again. So I wanted to pick something a little bit out there, and I was never going to go over Mexico because even though I share it with that country, I was like, you're not getting me to Mexico. I am sorry. I'd like to go to Madagascar.
Ooh.
My choice. I think that'd be quite cool. I think a bit of, obviously with the nature out there and the wildlife, but also it has got a bit of city life about it as well.
Milo's like, damn it, that was
Damn.
my one.
Oh, let's go. Don't say any more with him, Mark.
It just Mark's
Jesus
just
Christ.
listing all the ends off.
Mozambique, Mali, and all
Chasing
these
the tail.
places. So Madagascar would be my
That's
choice.
kind of a wild one.
beginning-
Like that.
Yeah, but you can have loads of other ones.
That's
Milo,
okay.
if you
There are
need a
more
hand on-
countries, thankfully, beginning with them. It's okay.
So wait, so what are you lot? Can I do C? Is that fair?
L.
L.
And Leeds is a
Yes.
country. Leeds.
For the sake of this question.
Marky, it's funny because if you'd let me do C, I would have said Crystal Palace. Okay, L. Where would I like to go? Country beginning with L. The only one I can think of right now, I'm going to say, embarrassing if this isn't a country, Lithuania.
That's a country,
yeah,
that's a country.
Is,
well
yes.
done. You get an A on your geography.
Thanks, Ian.
Well, great.
Milo, what about you?
Let's try harder.
I thought he was going to say Luxembourg or somewhere like that, because you can nip over to Amsterdam quickly if
that
you're
would have been a
bored
good
of it. But,
Nice, yeah.
yeah,
good
but
shout.
no, good one, eh?
And thankfully, Mark didn't mention the one I was thinking of. I would like to go to Morocco. It would be an interesting
Nice.
one.
Yeah.
Good amount of culture and obviously sunshine.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
It was
I
a
enjoyed
simple
that.
getting to know you, so we can't have 5 options on the
X
poll.
only gives us 5. X only gives us 4 answers, doesn't it?
Doesn't matter. Joe's won it anyway with Japan. Let's
Yeah,
get it.
exactly.
That's a good save, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
a
that was a
great
good
So you need
save.
to have 4 options of Japan, just with like different wording.
Japan on
Flags
Japan.
on it.
One with an emoji of the flag, one with a capital
One with
J.
a triangle on the flag.
Yeah.
Do you know what we should do, though, for jokes? We should just put the flags as the option on and see if people actually know what they are and see which one wins.
Oh,
That'd
that'd
be
be good.
absolute
Yeah, do
jokes.
that. Yeah.
There we go. I have primed the grill. Now it's time for Cascada to take over and grill the guest.
Cascada. That's
You're never going to
for
live that
some
down.
reason. So this is all about you, Joe. This is Grill the Guests. So for the next few minutes, maybe hour, we'll see how long, we're just going to be bombarding questions at you and get to know you a little bit better. So relax. We'll be as gentle as we can. Boys, who wants to fire the first question at Joe?
I do, if that's okay. So, obviously, we all have these weird and wonderful, wacky names. Talk to me, if you don't mind, what is your real name? Where does J0BEATS come from?
J0BEATS is just an abbreviation of my actual name. So a lot of people assume that it's because of Beat Saber, because they will come into stream sometimes and I'll not necessarily be playing Pokemon Go. So I stream on Twitch. I also play Beat Saber, and a lot of people assumes that my name is because I play Beat Saber, but no, it's just an abbreviation of my name. So yeah, I'm Joe. Hi.
Nice. Perfect.
So I'll jump in next. So as you just alluded to, Twitch is your primary channel or outlay for your content. Talk to us about, and I'm going straight there because I am kind of the one that's obsessed with technology. Talk to us about your setup, because having seen this firsthand in Barcelona, it's one hell of a rig.
It is, yeah. It's taken blood, sweat, and tears to get it together. And so I use Bellabox, which is what most IRL streamers use. So I walk around with a backpack which has got like a mini PC inside of it. It's got a few different modems. I've then got a Pokemon phone that I use to play the game on, and then that then screencasts to Twitch as well. And then my other phone, which is my chat phone, and then just what I use to just do other stuff as well. And then I'm trying to think what else is in there. I've got a microphone that clips on, and then a great big camera that I have, like, we call it very lovingly Schlong Cam on Twitch. Because it does what it says on the tin. It is a great big camera protruding from my groin.
We called it something else earlier.
You got to share that now.
We called it a strap-on.
It extends.
Oh, Black Mark's pole.
Not in the winter, Ian. Not in the winter.
But I love that. So does everyone, when they see you, they're like, "Oh, Joe, you got the schlong pole out." It's so funny. I love that.
Yeah, because I so many people just ask like how I'm filming myself. They'll ask if I've got a cameraman or something along them lines, but it's literally like a waist strap and then a pole that comes out at like 45 degrees, and then the camera sits on the top of that.
Must make it easier in terms of being hands-free, because we all vlog and it sometimes it can be tricky.
Yeah. Because before that I had like the usual like selfie stick, and then it had a phone mount on it, and that was all okay until I learned how to quick catch and then wanted to properly get into comm days, at which point I'd have to like balance the camera on me and try and quick catch it. It was just very tricky. And then one day I think I was just searching on Amazon because I was trying to find of some way of having it that I wouldn't be able to hold it. And I came across what is meant to be like a runner's waist strap thing. So it's meant to strap around your stomach and then show like bird's eye view so that runners can see what their paces look like. And I thought, well, that probably works the other way around. I'll buy one. And yeah, it works pretty well.
Awesome.
I've not broken it yet.
Been doing well holding onto that one then. So talk to us about the journey that's got you to this point where you've got the funky camera protruding rig, going to live Pokemon Go events and jumping on a podcast on a very late Tuesday evening. What's been your journey to get to this point of being a Twitch streamer creator?
COVID, to be honest. I started streaming during COVID because I work as a carer and that got quite lonely. Yeah. So I'd not see anyone all day. So I started streaming on Twitch, started playing Beat Saber to start with because that was like my exercise kind of thing. And then I got to socialize and we'd make drinks on stream and just kind of have like a Saturday night vibe. Yeah. Basically nearly every night of the week. And then how long have I actually been playing Pokemon Go now? Since August last year. That was when we had the really bad heat wave in the UK, wasn't it? When it was like 40 odd degrees.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really hot. Like you couldn't even sit in the house, never mind play VR. So I was trying to keep up to date with streaming and stuff because like the streaming had really taken off at that point. So I was trying to keep up to date with the streaming and couldn't really do that through VR. Tried sort of IRL because I bought the setup and I was like, oh, I really want to do this. I like the idea of it and being able to be outside and stuff. But it was just talking point, figuring out what to do. I don't know. I'm not always very good at talking. I find that I'm easier when there's something to do.
Yeah.
So I'll do cooking streams every so often and I'll do the Pokemon Go, obviously. But yeah, I found that it was just hard finding a talking point and that kind of thing. So I was just like, oh, well, we've got the IRL set up. Can I put a Pokemon screen just over the top of the IRL setup? And we've done it.
So can I be that guy? Like, I'm so sorry. What is Beat Saber?
Beat Saber.
Beat Saber.
What is it? I've got.
It's VR. So if you got the VR headset, and it's like lightsabers crossed with Guitar Hero.
I just went to my first VR experience today, actually.
Oh, did you play VR then? And
yeah, I went to it's a place called Sandbox in Tottenham Court Road. It's really good, by the way, if anyone's listening. Played like some zombie. It was really cool. That's so funny. That's what it is. I had no idea. And I was like, what is that? I was like, I've got absolutely no idea what that is.
Sorry. Yeah, I assumed that most people would know because, it was at one point the biggest game sort of in VR.
Joe, I don't even know what number episode this is, so I definitely don't know what Beat Saber is.
But yeah, I played Beat Saber and I like put myself in the game. Yeah, if I was to pan my camera around, you'd see that I've got a great big green screen room at the side of me here where I like green screen myself into the game and it'll make you look like you're in the game with another program called Live, and then that's like how I played as well. So it's quite visually cool. I do play Beat Saber from time to time. Well, I say that I do.
Yeah, I've seen on your streams on Instagram when you couple it with a green screen and actually do the full immersion, not just for yourself but the viewers. It is really, really awesome.
That is great.
Yeah, because that's one of the things. Not everyone, like you say, not everyone has the chance to experience VR, and you can kind of give people a bit of a snapshot of that with the whole putting myself in the game mixed reality type thing.
Yeah.
So Beat Saber aside, what would you say is your favourite VR game?
Probably the Beat Saber.
Right.
Yeah, that's one of the first VR games that I actually played. Play Synth Riders every so often, which is fun, but I don't know. It's not. I don't know. I always go back to Beat Saber.
Ian's going to take it on now. He's going to invest in the kit, and next thing we know, there's going to be Ian taking down shapes with his sabers, doing this, the tempo increasing.
I've been checking out Apple Vision, but I can't justify the cost.
I don't know. There's the Quest 3 that's come out that's fairly good, and you can integrate that with a lot of things. Yeah.
We should try a VR experience though.
Yeah, that would make a good show.
They're good fun.
Yeah. So Joe, talk to us about Joe then, outside of gaming and everything that you spoke about so far. What do you like to do? Imagine there's no gaming involved. What are your best or favourite sort of pastimes, interests outside of it? If you've got time for any, that is.
Well, I mean, streaming and everything like that does take up a lot, and then I work full time as well. But I really enjoy cooking. I really like cooking.
You've done a few, is it Insta Lives just lately for cooking?
Yeah, just randomly, because sort of Twitch, you can't play certain music and it's DMCA, and I feel like I want to put my best content on Twitch, whereas Instagram, it's more free flowing and just a little bit more.
It's a bit more homely, isn't it? It's a bit more.
It is, yeah.
You like your cooking? Have you got a favourite dish? Something that you can whip up?
Off the top of my head, probably a Thai green curry.
Ooh, nice.
You're coming back.
We're such lads. We literally all went, ooh. Yeah.
Tomorrow you'll have four random blokes turn up on your doorstep for dinner.
I just want to go back to that because I find it really interesting, because obviously the podcast that we create is about Pokemon Go. At the best of times, it doesn't feel like Pokemon Go at all, but it actually is. Obviously, you've got a lot of Pokemon, I think I've got to say plushies and not teddies, I think that's the, otherwise Ian will tell me off.
Toys. Stuffed toys. Milo's the plushie one. I'm the one that...
That's it.
I got on my way.
Ian's on my side.
Yeah.
Me and Ian say toys, but apparently Milo tells us it's plushies. What's Pokemon Go? What impact has that had on your life, and why did you start to play Pokemon Go? Or have you been an OG player since 2016, but when you started VR streaming, you thought, hold on a sec, can I do this with Pogo? How did it work?
Played it 2016. I think I started like a week after it came out, and then played solidly for like 18 months, was completely obsessed with it. Like I'd stay out, because at that point I lived in Sheffield. I lived just across the road from Hillsborough Park, which was a decent place to play. I'd stay out until like 12:30. The lights in the park would go off and then I'd go home. I was obsessed. And then just like life happens, things get in the way, different generations came out. So I wasn't someone when I grew up I didn't watch any of like the Pokemon series. I didn't collect any of the cards. I didn't really follow any of that kind of thing. So Pokemon just generally was just a completely like brand new thing to me when it came out in 2016. Like I'd heard of bits of it, like everyone asks when I'm out streaming, have you caught Pikachu yet? Yeah, that's all I knew. Have you got Pikachu? Yes,
so
I've
last
had Pikachu.
year.
And Eevee, it's always Pikachu and Eevee, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Don't diss Eevee though.
Yeah, no, I like Eevee.
Come on, Coops, you said that last week. You love Eevee.
Yeah.
But then, life just came going the way, and then sort of different generations came out. I wasn't then familiar with them. There was just so much going on, so I just dipped out of it, quit the account, and then, like I say, when it was the heat wave, year and a half, it's nearly 2 years ago now. Then that's just when I picked it up, a whole new brand new account, started the brand new account, and then streamed it that day. And
so you didn't have the old account, you actually fully
fully went over, because I was just going completely different content that my Twitch followers would have been used to. So I said, we'll start afresh, and then we're basically doing the whole journey together. And I said, I'll not play the game in between streaming, which I don't really do now. I'll have my Go Plus going, but I'll not do raids, I'll not catch or anything in between streams. So every single like thing that's happened on my game has been something that we've all experienced together.
There we go. So it's all captured.
Self-control.
Yeah. Apart from like the odd trades and stuff like that when I've done them with locals.
See, cheating.
But I got a Shundo Eevee, so I was very happy.
Nice. More than happy. Nice.
Thank you.
So genuinely, so what you're saying is you don't even do a raid because it's, jokes aside, you don't want to do it behind their back. Is that kind of like how that works? Is that
when I was doing the whole leveling up thing, yes, that's how I do it. I'd play it like as little as possible in between. When new Pokemon were then released into the game and the shadows were on you nearby, I was just like, okay, I'm just not going to play it. Like I'll literally do a catch of the day, my spin of the day, and that is it. And I'll save it for stream.
So what level are you now in Pogo? Whereabouts are you?
50. Got to level 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to level 50.
I was trying to work out your level of casual, but you are definitely not casual. Okay,
no,
fine.
She doesn't mess around.
Fine. Got level 50 on the last day of GoFest Global last year.
Oh, nicely done.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
So it took me like, was it like 54 weeks to go from 0 to level 50,
That's
I
pretty
think.
quick.
Easier now, though, isn't it? Don't give her all credit. It's easier now.
Oh, yeah, friendships
She didn't
massively
need the
help.
400 Magikarp candy grind like we had.
God, yeah.
So, Joe, we're heading towards Mark's signature question. But before we do, for anyone that follows you on Instagram, you've done quite a bit of traveling and you did a pretty epic, was it a cruise just last year around Scandinavia?
Yes.
Talk to us about some of your travels. Where's your favourite place you've been? What was Scandinavia like?
So it was a cruise for my mum's birthday. My dad had invited us along to it. So kind of had a look. Obviously, one of the first things that you look at when you're traveling is the internet any good? And Norway was actually free roaming as well. Looked like it was going to be decent internet as well. So just took the streaming stuff with us, took the whole backpack and the whole setup and everything. The first stop, excuse the pronunciation, especially Paul that's in the YouTube chat right now, who is Norwegian. Andalsnes, if that's how you say it, is the first place that we stopped at. That was amazing. Literally, the cruise ship pulled up into the port and it was just immense. Like this tiny little town and then this massive cruise ship in there. And we started stream around the fjords, so that was the first stop. So we were around the fjords doing all that kind of stuff, just walking, and then we caught the cable car up the mountain.
Oh, wow.
And I was
nice.
like, oh, probably going to lose internet at the top of this mountain, but no, there's like 4G masts at the top of the mountains just there.
They're prepared.
Yeah, they really are. Like the 4G on the top of the mountains there was better than Sheffield City Centre in place. It was crazy. It really was, yeah. But yeah, we caught the cable car up there, managed to take down I think it was a Mystic gym, took it down, made it Instinct, stayed Instinct.
Get her off. And that 4G signal's broken down in Sheffield. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, we managed to stay on there for like 2-3 weeks, I think. Yeah, it was a fair while to say that there seemed to be loads of coming and going. And there seemed to be a fairly good Pokemon Go community over there too. So the next stop that we took was, I think, Tromsø. So Andalsnes, that was probably at the top of the mountain, and streaming around that was probably about -1. So definitely no quick catching, had the gloves on. The next stop was Tromsø. There we only started streaming at the top of the mountain. So there wasn't loads and loads to do in Tromsø, if you ask me, compared to Andalsnes. It didn't feel like somewhere where you could just wander aimlessly. It seemed like you need to go here, or here, or you may be going to be a little bit bored. So we headed for the cable car. We went up the cable car and it is thick with snow. Like if you go off the path, then you just can't walk anywhere. Started stream up there. It was really, really good because it was polar light, sorry, where basically the sun doesn't actually get above the horizon. So it's basically like sunrise the whole day. It was just really nice to stream up there.
Oh, yeah,
really
you'd be
nice
that far
light.
north. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Skips
really
across the
good.
horizon.
Yeah, and of course at the top of the mountain there was a great big fat 4G mast there waiting for us. So yeah,
Sheffield again.
Yeah. So wandered around the top, took some photos, ready to wayfare a few things up there to get some extra stops, because there was Pokestops up there and a few gyms and things. So we wandered around the top there, and I think we streamed for a couple of hours, I think. What day is it today? My VODs are still there, but I have highlighted all of those, so they will stay on my Twitch channel as well if anyone did want to flick back through those.
I want to apologise to you because obviously those Wayfarer nominations probably still be in voting in 2029 probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it does take a while. Yeah. The next stop that I streamed at was Alta, and it was, I think, -15 there.
Ooh.
Not as much snow, but we did catch a bit of the Northern Lights while we were there. I don't know whether I caught an awful lot on stream. I know that I really wanted to stream it, but then a massive snowstorm came in. So unfortunately, we didn't get like the full stream of the Northern Lights and everything. But yeah, it was really good for Pokemon. There seemed to be a good little city centre where there was loads of stops. So we just headed around there a few times. But it was like -15 degrees. It was freezing cold. And it was actually like blowing a storm as well at the same time.
I think Barside in the chat's going to be sympathising with you here because he's suffering at the moment with the weather.
Oh, yeah.
Norway's a stunning place to go, Joe. We went on a cruise there about, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago. I remember going up to Trondheim on a train from Flam. I think it's Flam. It's pronounced Flam. Flam. We went in similar time to you. It was light all the time.
Oh, right.
And
Okay.
it felt like it never really got dark, if you know what I mean. Like you'd be on the ship travelling over at night and it was still light out there. It felt very strange. Yeah, it's a nice part of the world, isn't it? Norway's a beautiful part of the world.
Yeah. Because when you think of going away somewhere, you will like instantly think of going somewhere warm, somewhere nice.
Yeah.
So Norway was just completely different. I didn't ever really expect to be going there. But yeah, it was my mum's, I think, 60 something's birthday. So we all went. Sorry, Mum.
50 something. So where else, are we joking aside though, where else would you like to travel, Joe? Have you got any plans this year?
Yes. So my summer holiday, I'm planning on just heading over to Europe and just going from city to city by train and streaming the whole way around, seeing how many cities we can hit in Europe and how many interesting places we can find and stream Pokemon Go and catch some Pokemon. So no idea where we're starting, where we're ending. That's just the sort of 2-week plan, to be honest.
That will be immense.
Sounds good.
That'll be,
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, because I went to Safari Zone in Barcelona and just loved it. And I just thought, I want to do some more European type cities.
Barcelona was lovely, wasn't it? It's a new place, certainly for myself, and I think for all of us, wasn't it? Was it the first time we'd all been to Barcelona?
Yeah.
I like the whole city exploring bit, but actually doing it outside of events allows you to have your own city exploring event wherever you play it. It gave it the bug, didn't it? Barcelona was lovely, wasn't it?
It was.
Late in
it
the year
was
as well.
so clean and like really quiet for such a big city, but flat, which was really nice to not have to walk up hills because we know Sheffield has loads of them.
Me and Ian don't like hills, do we? You know, we like flat ground.
That's why I'm in Lincolnshire now.
Can't walk up them. What are your sort of plans and goals as a creator for 2024? Now, I know we're at the start of the year. Where are you at? Is it going to continue the way it wants? You don't want to put any pressure on it, or do you want to be XYZ, for example?
I want to be the very best. No.
I was going to say, we love that.
No, I want to carry on with how I'm going. I want to do more sort of exploring, more meetups and stuff like that. Planning on heading to the regionals in Liverpool. I think that's the weekend of the 27th and the 28th of October. January.
Yeah.
So I'm planning on being there on the 28th, on the Sunday. So that will technically be my first sort of meetup. I'm going to test the waters, see like what that's like. But 2024, just get out, to be honest, and just do longer streams. I can't wait for the summer to come because winter just cuts it down. Like, you have your lunch and then you go outside and it's dark, isn't it?
You're like 2-3 hours, that's it.
Yeah,
Done.
it's miserable. Yeah. And then it's probably raining the whole time that it's light.
Yeah.
Facts.
So yeah, in the summer I just want to head out and just head to some different places. So usually Wednesdays are my full day for streaming. So last year on a few days we headed to the beach for the day, we headed to a different city for the day, and that's kind of the plan for this next year, obviously alongside the whole summer holiday type thing. But yeah, it kind of depends on what's going on with Pokemon Go events and stuff and seeing what's happening there, because Barcelona and Go Fest London just gave me the bug. It's just such an atmosphere. It's like a community day, but 10 times, 1,000 times better. It's so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one, and I get that bug because we've had that bug, haven't we, boys?
Oh, for many years.
That bug bites you, doesn't it? That bug bites
many
you.
years at this point.
So do you mind if I ask what sort of, when was your first Pokemon Go event then?
Oh, my first one was Dortmund 2019, the Go Fest in Germany. And that was immense. Me and a group of friends, we did a whole road trip over to Germany. And stayed about a week and then came back. And I was like, I need to do one of these. But then pandemic, obviously. We were going to do Liverpool Safari Zone that was meant to be in April of 2020. But then obviously I got postponed. That was our first live event as a podcast together, was Liverpool 2021. And then we've done Spain and on and on and on.
I'll jump in there as well. I was there with not with Milo, but I was there with Milo as well. That was my first event. I think if I went to my badges, I'm pretty sure that's my first one.
I think you were 2018 actually, dude.
Was that the one with Swabble?
Yeah, you did 2018.
Yeah. So wow, look at me.
Even longer ago.
I was 2018. Dortmund was my first event. Yeah. God, look at me. Sorry. Oh, I love that.
The first one was the sort of heritage event that we had in Chester, but I'm not really going to count that. So the actual first real Niantic Pokemon Go event would have been Safari's own Dortmund, which I think was 2018.
Yeah.
It'd have been 2018. Yeah. And it's amazing. You never forget your first time. Sorry, I had to get that one in.
I love the fact
We've had that schlong cam.
So I have to set
no
it
one
up.
knew how to react. We're all like,
Because you heard it about 10 times.
I was my first live event was Dortmund 2019 Go Fest. It was so funny that Milo was there, but obviously didn't know Milo. Coops, you were there as well, weren't you? Dortmund 2019 as well, which I find funny. I met Ian and Dortmund in 2019. And that's
We
when we met
literally
each other,
bumped
wasn't it?
into each other at the it's Niantic neighbourhood now. It was just called the Niantic area back then.
Yeah, I got the bug very quickly after that. I went with some friends when I lived up in Northampton, and it's just nice everyone getting on the plane and everyone at the airport, and you know pretty much that 85% of the people on there are going there because of Pokemon Go. It's brilliant. You just know.
You see
Yeah.
the Pokemon tags on people's backpacks and suitcases, and some people with visors that they've got from the last event. Yeah, I know why everyone's on this flight.
Yeah, that's what I was doing to Barcelona and on the way back, trying to sort of spotting people with Pokemon merchandise. Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, look, there's a person with a Pokemon backpack. I'll
Just
follow
follow.
them.
It's like, done. Snap.
So, Mark, before we get to your staple sort of question, good news.
what?
Well, new for 2024, and Joe is our little guinea pig. We've got some listener questions for the guest.
Outsourced.
So this morning we posted on X, and we didn't say who the guest was, so these are very generic questions. And we said, we have a new guest on this week. What question would you like to ask them? And we got a few questions. So the first question is from our very own artist and admin, I Am Prius, the Italian tripod, who asks, what is the most annoying thing that happened during your work as a content creator / streamer, and how did you react?
Well, I do walk around with a great big strap-on camera, as you nicely put it. So I do get some interesting interactions, mainly from older people, to be honest, that have no filter whatsoever.
Yeah. Sorry.
Love that, Ian, joining in the OAP jokes. Love
If I
that.
wanted to do, you would have done it for me.
So the sort of weirdest interaction was probably when I was just walking around Sheffield, and people want to come up and they want to talk to you. As soon as they see the camera, they want to come over. They want to see what you're up to. And people either want to be like the funniest guy ever, or they just want to be a bit weird.
Sounds about right.
And and then this person was a bit of a mixture of the two. There was some older guys that came out of a pub and had a few, and they came over and they were just chatting to me, and then one of them tried to give us a great big sloppy smooch.
Oh, God.
So it was a quick dodge.
All I want to say, Joe, is me and Ian do apologise. We took quite a bit. It was Weatherspoons. It was 3:00 in the afternoon. We got a bit giddy. We were a long way from home. Joe, I saw the video, and I think you reacted in probably the most professional way that anyone could have done being put in that situation. It was horrific, I can imagine, because you were completely railroaded, weren't you? It was quite...
Yeah, it was really strange. Yeah.
Very strange.
Oh yeah, not the first sort of weird experience. You get people that will come up to you and say all sorts of strange
But
stuff.
it hasn't been surpassed yet, has it? Hopefully that's still the most weirdest thing, isn't it? It hasn't gone another step yet, has it?
Not that I can think out. Whether I've like blocked things out, I don't know. But yeah, we've had some strange ones. We've had. I think I'd only been playing Pokemon Go and streaming it for like a month when some person, another drunk person, I do avoid them now. I'm like a magnet for them. I was just walking down the street, and it was probably like 1 p.m. and he thought that I was filming him and made a beeline for me, and we had to make a run for it.
I'll jump in with one from Maz, and there are sort of 3 questions, but actually some of them have already been answered. So, which of your Pokemon is your proudest catch?
Ooh.
Great question.
It's a good question.
So I mentioned that I had a Shundo Eevee, but I feel like that's not rare enough. So we had the we had the elite raids, didn't we, where you sort of had to rally together locals and stuff like that and try and get enough people. Well, I joined up with a fair few of the locals. I play Elsica in Barnsley, and Barnsley has a fair few people that play Pokemon Go, and Elsic has been like wayfared to absolute death because there is so many level 50 like hardcore players. Eastwards, Darkside, just to name a few that have like completely wayfared it to hell. And I was out doing some raids with some of the locals, doing some of the elite raids, which took a fair bit of organising because they were trying to figure out like where to go. They were only up for so long, weren't they? And you had to try and get as many raids in as you could. So we were like driving from place to place to place, and then we stopped at, I think, the third one, which was the bandstand in Elsica Park. And we did this Hooper raid, we took it down. And some of us were more interested in those rare spawns that they talked about afterwards, which never really kind of happens.
Yes.
So we were kind of more interested in that afterwards, after we'd caught a couple of Hoopers. And I was just there, I got this Hooper on my screen. At that point, I wasn't Twitch partner. We'd got sort of maybe like 40 people, 50 people in stream, and I was just about to catch this Hooper, and then none other than Fleece King pops into chat and says, "That's a hundo."
Way to add the pressure.
Yeah, for one, we've got Fleece King.
Streams.
Two, we've got a hundo, and I'm like instantly sweating, and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know what I'm more like nervous about." I think I caught it with maybe 4 balls to go. It was ridiculous, but I've never sweated so much in my life. So probably that as the biggest flex.
So a hundo unbound Hooper, that's insane.
Yeah, because you didn't get many goes at it, did you? And you can't get them.
No, they did 3 rounds of elite raids, and then there was only the special research from the year before, I think. Okay. So it's insane.
I like this one for Spindiana, actually, just carrying on the Pokemon Go proudest moment. What Pokemon not yet released? And I know you said there's a lot of new generations, and to be fair, I'm rubbish for the new generations as well. But have you got a specific Pokemon that's one of your favourites that isn't in the game?
To be honest, I don't really know what's coming up. Like I actually saw that question on Twitter before stream, and I was like, oh, I'll have a quick look at what's coming up. And I started looking through, and I was like, I have literally no idea what these are. Like I say, I still feel so new to this, and I was saying on stream the other day that I still feel like a massive imposter because I didn't do the whole Pokemon thing when I grew up. I don't know everything that's coming. I don't collect the trading cards, so I don't know newer generations, but I kind of feel like that's exciting because I just don't know. It's a shadow on the nearby. I don't care what it is. It's a shadow on the nearby. It's exciting.
Well, you can join the honorary wishy-washy club that's on the Incensed podcast. Yeah. That is the one we all want to see in the game.
Just not in a costume. J0BEATS.
A diving mask.
I'll ask the last one before we do pass it over to Marky to round up Grill the Guest. Bit of a random one from @SoBadLol1. If you won £100 million, what would be the very first thing you would buy and why?
Oh, probably the mini Pokemon car. The electric Pikachu.
That's not the first thing you would buy, really?
Oh, it is. Yeah,
really?
Fair. My car is honestly shot to pieces. As my chat will know, honestly, I have like the worst luck with my car. My car is awful. So I think that would be the first thing. It's like a giant Go Plus Plus. It makes Pikachu noises at you, I think. I should hope it does for the price.
I should hope it does for the price.
Holiday to Maldives or a Pokemon car? We're going the Pokemon car.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, no, I love that. Love that.
Ride in style.
It's great. You have parking sensors that say Pika.
Oh.
I don't know if that's actually a feature. That would be amazing if it was.
That would be good.
It's got, Milo? It's got an in-house direction system like sat-nav guided by nose pass on the dashboard. Always pointing north, though, isn't it, mate?
Always go north.
Well, Joe, we'll jump in with my fun question, and I do modify this every time we have a guest on, but the end part is always the same. But Joe, imagine you are on your 2-week European tour. You have been flying around the countries and you've been having the time of your life. And it's the last night before you have to make a mammoth trip back because you've just lost track of time and location. But you've got to get straight back to Sheffield. Playing Pokemon Go, you're live streaming. However, you can treat your live streamer guests to the most amazing experience ever. And you can invite a Pokemon of your choice to take part in this live stream with you. My question to you, Joe, is which Pokemon would you pick to join you on that last epic stream in Europe?
Oh, I feel like I'm cheating on Eevee if I don't say anything other than Eevee. I am honestly Eevee obsessed. Anything Eevee evolution.
I feel it. It's a good evolution.
It's Eevee over Pikachu every day.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's like a better answer. I was going to say...
Way, you can pick Eevee, it's fine. You are allowed to pick Eevee, just so you know.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Joe, you can't do it. You can't go against.
No. Mark is holding up Eevee Teddy.
Always watching.
Teddy Coops, come on.
Sorry.
Eevee then.
Yes, definitely Eevee. You know, loyal.
Too easy.
Eevesy. Love it. Thank you, Joe.
So, Joe, I think we know you a little better now. And since the ice has broken, we're going to see how much you know about Pokemon descriptions, as well as the rest of us, with a cheeky game of...
What's the Ducklett? Yes, it is back in 2024.
Why?
What the Ducklett? Because it's damn amazing.
And
That's
the listeners
why.
like this game.
They love
They
this
don't.
game. So for anybody who doesn't know, and Joe, this will be very good. The game, in essence, is I'm going to read a Pokédex description, and it's quick fire. Throw Pokemon names at me that you think it could be, and you'll be hearing a lot of this sound effect. And then when you get it right, you'll hear the correct sound effect. We'll play first to 2 since there are 4 of you partaking in this. So the first Pokemon, and you can fire them at me as soon as the Pokédex description starts being read. So you don't have to wait to hear the entire thing if you don't want to. But it
Was
might
that
help.
first to one, did
It
you
might
say,
help.
Milo? Yeah, first to one.
First, let's see how badly wrong it goes first, shall we? So this Pokemon can pick up the auras of living things. It skillfully reads those auras to predict its foes' movements and make fools of them.
Mr. Mime?
Ditto?
Coops is reading something. I love it. I can always see his little eyes. He's going,
He's typed it. He's typed in the
Yeah.
Pokédex description.
I'd still get it wrong.
Gengar?
Or Dino?
Incorrect. We will give a clue out eventually, or a couple of clues.
Shop it.
Incorrect.
Correct.
Incorrect.
Imagine.
So I'll give you 2 clues. This Pokemon is from Alola, so Gen 7,
Doesn't help.
and it's featured in the upcoming Dazzling Dreams event.
What do we say, Marky? Doesn't help.
Doesn't help.
Spirizy?
Cutiefly?
Correct, Ian.
Oh,
Really?
what the-
Oh, no
Really?
way.
Cutiefly. But yeah, even I read that Pokédex description and thought, what the Ducklett? To be honest.
It's why the game's a great game. People remember that now.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. We'll be sticking in the Alola region for this next one. So will it be a straightforward shot with Ian to victory, or is somebody going to draw level? Let's find out. This Pokemon, it feels relaxed in tight, dark places and has been known to use its trainer's pocket or bag as a nest.
Eevee.
No.
Incorrect. Gen 7.
That doesn't help. Jesus
No.
Christ.
Alolan Rattata.
Litten?
Oh,
Oh, Fue Coco.
No, that's not Gen 7.
Is it not? This is what
That's the same fire starter for 2 different generations.
Mate, this is why this game is rubbish. You literally say, this Pokemon was born from the sky. It could be one of literally thousands.
I'm going on Milo's Rowlet.
Correct.
oh.
Community Day. I thought Milo's logic was going to be in there.
For the win.
Well done. Well done. Well done for you, Marky. Congrats.
He's not bitter.
Mewtwo.
We are going back to Kanto with this one,
Correct,
though.
Marky.
Correct.
Bulbasaur.
This Pokemon has an unstable genetic makeup that
Coops.
suddenly mutates due to the environment in which it lives.
Ditto.
Radiation
Drowsy.
Radiation from various stones causes this Pokemon to
Porygon.
evolve. Incorrect.
Sableye.
Abracadabra. Alakazam.
Kabuto.
Joe, we'll let Joe have a guess.
Joe's
Joe.
gonna have a
Just
guess.
throw a Joe.
It's Kanto.
I have absolutely no idea. I really don't know.
They're your favourite Pokemon.
Eevee. Yeah. Every answer's just Eevee.
It is Eevee. It's correct.
Is it actually Eevee?
That's Eevee,
No.
yeah.
Joe got it right.
When you said the stones, I was like, no, surely.
I guess that's a throwback to the main series games, which I
Yeah.
have no idea about. So
Have we got to play another round?
At least.
we have one more round.
Yeah.
Coops, I suggest sitting out for this so someone can win.
Can I ask a question, Milo? Has he actually sat in yet on one of these rounds?
throw random names
He
in
said
there, I
few
guess.
Coco.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fair point. Yeah.
Why, Coco?
White
We picked a Gen 9 Pokemon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this final one, we're going back to Alola. This Pokemon, when it rubs the rocks on its neck against you, that's proof of its love for you. However, the rocks are sharp, so the gesture is quite painful.
Mega Steelix.
Incorrect.
Geodude.
Incorrect.
Is it Rockruff because it's enraged? or something
Correct.
stupid?
Mark's the
It is
winner.
Rockruff. Mark has won with the two R's. 2 R's for
Well,
What the Ducklett.
It's a great game.
We got
when
there
we edit this,
eventually.
it sounds amazing.
J0BEATS,
Yeah.
I'd like to apologise. They have played the worst. We've actually got some good games. We've played the worst one for you. We are so sorry.
No,
but
it's interesting. It's interesting to hear the actual descriptions because they're just so off, aren't they?
Some of them make no
Yeah.
sense. But
That's
there we
why
go,
I
Marky
thought it
boy.
was Frank Coco because it made sense.
Well, I
Some of
did
the-
I
some of
did
the answers
of
make
them.
less sense.
Some of them were there to shoehorn into the next section. So, Marky boy, talk to us about the event that Rockruff has just been heavily featured in.
Yeah, so fortunately for everyone who's listening to the podcast, this event has finished.
Yay.
Yeah, it hasn't been a great event, has it? But let me not lead into this discussion with my bias. Let's have a little bit of a discussion about it. But we have had the event which brought in Rockruff's Dusk Evolution. Is it Lycanroc? It's been an average event. Lustrous Odyssey. And the buddy has brought more items to you often and souvenirs.
Fantastic.
Just what we
But
wanted.
other than that, I'll be honest, I'll lead with it. I've been very disappointed with the event. Once we've worked a cheat around the Rockruff Evolution, so it saved people wasting raid passes, and that's the community, I think, pulling together to get one over on Niantic, I feel. It became a better chase, but other than a Dusk form Rockruff, it's been a pretty awful event, but that's my opinion. What do you guys think about it? And don't be led by my thoughts. Any crumbs of good things from it?
Other than the Rockruff, I don't think there's anything really to write home about. I can't actually think of any other Pokemon or anything else interesting that's been happening, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not really been a great event. I purposely have been raiding the Rockruff only as I think the majority of people that kind of know the hacks, because we kind of caught onto the hacks quite early in that nobody wants to be raiding the daytime and nighttime form of Rockruff. I've only really been raiding that. I purposely haven't been hatching eggs because we know they're a scam, and Coops will be proud. Normally, although I'm quite hypocritical in that I hate egg hatching and hatch an awful lot of eggs, I've only hatched 2 eggs for this whole event. That proves that how kind of disenfranchised I feel with this event. If I'm honest, I'm actually a little bit bored with it. There's other than the Dusk form of Rockruff, there is nothing, in my opinion, to chase. I think it would be easy to say, okay, well, there is like the Hisuians. I'm really not feeling this event at all, and I will be happier when we get a banger. Because the New Year's event wasn't great, this isn't great, and I hate to start the new year on a downer.
I will be joining you lot in saying, yeah, a very poorly executed event, and actually more so. You might find this hysterical. We might insert an old jingle into here.
Ask the intern.
The shiny eligible Espeon and Umbreon that were supposed to be in the wild haven't been turned on even to now, where the event's nearly finished. So that's just a full-on, like, yeah, maybe they forgot to do the switch, but no,
They admitted that, have they?
They haven't admitted it, but nobody, not a single report of one being discovered in the wild.
I keep asking everyone.
Yeah, I was like, I was so surprised, and look around, and only people who have it as their buddy popping up as Zorua, and then the ones that were from 2021, like there's no fresh ones. That's really bad. The quests, which I've seen people mentioning online and even in our Patreon YouTube chat, the quests are so pay to win. It's like win 2 raids or hatch a bunch of eggs, which there's no reduced egg distance bonus for the event, so you're having to walk the full amount. And then the egg pool for the 7Ks and the 2Ks. And I don't know if you guys know this, what I found hysterical recently, you know the Mateo exchange gift that you can do at the end of a route? That
I saw this on X this morning. Yeah.
If you pick up a 7K from the gift exchange from Mateo, it's not a 7K that has Rockruff in it from the event. I don't get how they have 2 different types of 7K. That, to me, doesn't make sense in my head. So that's just something very weird. There are 2 positives. You guys have mentioned it already. The community pulling together and discovering the campfire hack for Rockruff, or the shadow silhouette thing when you get your first...
It was a shadow silhouette hack I've been using.
Yeah. The campfire one's been really, really good as well, where it doesn't actually have the symbol on it, but that will be fixed in later down the road.
That's just a cock-up, isn't it? Let's face it, that will be...
Yes, it is. I think the same thing happened for a raid boss not too long ago. The only other thing that was a positive was seeing Morlul as a wild spawn. As a boosted Dustmon, and I needed the shiny, so that's it, really. But yeah, happy to see the back of this event, really.
Niantic only fix the things that benefit the players. That's the slogan.
100%.
So, did you get shiny Morlul?
I did. I managed to pull in 2 somehow.
Oh, nice.
Did you, Joe?
No, I've not had it, no.
It's a good shiny. I traded for my first one, I've got to admit.
Maybe some good news later regarding that as well.
Ooh. But I want to hear Coops' take on this, because he's heard all of ours. Come on, mate.
I mean, like, to be fair, I've literally not turned on the game, but it's quite nice to...
Don't say that!
No. It's quite nice to hear everyone sort of are on the same page. It's a little bit of a downer sort of type event. Everyone's on a bit of a down about it. So, it makes me feel very happy. But look, at the end of the day, I know what you lot are saying, but if Umbreon and Espeon was shiny from raids, would that attract people to raid them? I don't know. I mean, J0BEATS, you're an Eevee fan, but would you use a raid pass on an Espeon?
Oh, in the wild, not in raids.
I don't know. Is that exciting? Is that the content that we're at now in 2023? I'm not sure. You know what I'm like. 2024.
I was just going to say that.
you know what, Coots? People are going to moan, oh, you said it was going to be shiny. No one's encountered one. Rah, 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 rah. Keyboard warriors. Rah, rah. But I'm with you. It makes no difference to me whether they're shiny or not. I mean, who's going to get excited over an evolution in the wild?
That's...
I was quite excited to see it in the wild, to be honest.
Sorry, Joe.
Cool. Come on.
Fine.
I'm in this corner.
Joe, it's funny because as soon as I was saying this, I was like, she is gonna push me back to my place, which you did.
I am just,
I'm only joking. I know you love your Eevees, but genuinely, like, for me, I think, if Espeon in the wild, if people are frustrated with that, it kind of tells me what a mediocre event it is, type thing. But yeah, obviously that's a shame because they did advertise that. That's what's promised from Niantic's end. That is a shame. And yeah, the whole Rockruff thing is a little bit weird for me, but I've not done one raid, not hatched one egg. I did turn on the game though, and I had 3 Ghastlies at my house, so I don't know what that's about.
Oh yeah, it's basically Ghastly Community Day for 5 days.
Yeah.
So for one mediocre event, then we all had an event which I hope Coops did turn it on for just a little part of it. Was we had Rowlet Community Day. I for one love a community day. I think even though I haven't been feeling 100%, it still gives you an excuse, and a good excuse to go out and engage with your community, your friends, your supporters, your people, whoever it is around you. And a new shiny is always a positive, and also signs that the starter rotation is very much in place for 2024 now. On the day that Chancey was confirmed as February's community, but we'll pick that in the news. How are your Rowlet Community Days? Did you enjoy it? Did you have a hoot? Got it in there before anyone else did. But don't.
I thought it was a good one. I headed out somewhere different this time. I headed to Normanton near Wakefield. I was streaming I streamed on Twitch, and another player came in. Another streamer came in, and he happened to be from Wakefield, didn't know that we live so close, so we were like, oh, we'll do a meet up, we'll do it community day. We ended up streaming both together on community day, and we
nice.
I saw you guys did a bit of a shiny challenge. Was it Rowlet paper scissors?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So we
Highly recommended.
I couldn't do that. I wouldn't have the balls. And then we did our own sort of shiny challenge where we said whoever gets the least shinies has to transfer the highest CP shiny.
Ooh,
and
okay.
I lost in the last 10 minutes. I was more or less all ahead the whole way through. It was pretty neck and neck, but I was fairly well ahead most of the way through. We drew within the last 10 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes, Overkill Valor, who I was playing with, got 2 shinies more or less back to back. But it was just it was a really good day.
Yeah.
We were just bouncing off of each other and just it was crazy the amount of shinies where we both clicked at the same time and we both had the shiny. We got some really good moments from that. It was good. Yeah, no Hundo. Managed to somehow find a random Hundo Squirtle, though neither of us knew that it was going to be a Hundo.
Can't get rid of Squirtles.
No, I know.
It just haunts everybody.
Yeah.
Always happens.
It wasn't in the showcases. It felt missed out this time around, didn't it?
But yeah, no Hundo Rowlet or anything. But yeah, Hundo Squirtle and several shiny Squirtles, -1 that I had to transfer. Rest in peace. It was pretty terrible, thankfully, because one of the first ones that I caught was like a 96% shiny, and it was really high, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be it. This isn't it. I'm going to be transferring the shiny, but then luckily, sort of a few catches in, I did get a couple more that were higher CP. But I think I wouldn't even want to take a guess at what it was. It was high though. It felt sad.
For me, yeah. I was actually quite upset. It was one of those ones where I got into bed and I went on to X, and I was like, it was today, wasn't it? So I missed it. But I was.
Do you want us to ping you reminders?
I couldn't have played it anyway. But I was gutted because obviously, for me, it's a new sort of Pokemon, even though it's been out for ages. But I've not done the evolutions. I was waiting for Con Days. Obviously, new shiny. Hadn't got much XL. Hadn't got much candy. So it would have been a really good 3 hours of grinding. But yeah, it is what it is. It's happened to me a lot these past 12 months, where I've got into bed and been like, that was today. so yeah.
Never mind, you'll get a chance at it in December.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm still playing, yeah.
Oh, if he doesn't get into bed and go, oh no, that was today.
Well, the good thing about that is if I do that on the Saturday, then I've got to pray that it's on the Sunday instead. What about you, Marky?
I think it's nice when you can find a time for these events. And like, I was meant to be coming up to Nottingham with the boys. I was gutted that I couldn't go up there. If I'd gone up there, I just wouldn't have been able to have survived it, mate. I'm still feeling bad now. But I met with my poker husband, Ash. We had a really good time. And do you know what? I'm going to say it. Since I relocated and moved house and where we are now, I look back at 8 months ago and I look about where we are now, and we're starting to make inroads into the community down here. We are hoping to sort of get 2 or 3 other people on board for the next community day. But we played it very simple. We had a challenge. Ash features in my vlogs. We have fun. We did an hour, simple hour. Who can get the most shinies in an hour? I pipped Ash right at the end, so that was sweet. We had a hundo check. First time that's ever happened in the town. Check for a shundo, I should say. Shundo check. Didn't shine, unfortunately. We saved all our Toddle trades. What we always do when we do meet up, we spend an hour, because I don't trade with anyone else. We traded them. We did about 40, 50 trades. And one of them finally went lucky, and I got my hundo, La Hundo Toddle. It was a maxed out one, which is something I really, really wanted. Fully evolved it as a dex entry to Setitan. That was my highlight of the community day, actually. And it's a lucky hundo. But yeah, Rowlet was fun. A good community day. Nice that we've all did it slightly differently, but all had equally as much fun.
Yeah, it was a very fun day. Very, very good fun day. We missed you up in Nottingham, man, but the challenge was jokes. Silly transfer challenge is always fantastic. Playing it with a creator or a friend like that. And we had a smashing group of people who came up to Nottingham. Hybo, Mark Bailey, Michelle, Darby Russ, and a whole bunch of other people who joined. It was fabulous. Great community. Yeah, amazing.
That's a great crowd.
Very good crowd.
Yeah, we got some looks. There must have been, 15 or more of us.
Yeah, it was a fabulous little crowd for the day. And getting the players involved with the challenge of playing rock, paper, scissors is always a good laugh, because at the end of the day, you guys always say, how many of these shinies do you realistically need to keep? And this kind of sorts that problem out to start with. You don't have to keep them.
All of them, Milo.
All of them.
And he didn't. Neither.
Yeah. But it was a very, very fun day. A little bit of extra Jeopardy on it. And it's a lovely shiny. Very nice looking Pokemon. Good amount of XL grinding. Wish we'd been catching a little bit more rather than playing silly buggers with the game. But got to do it for the laughs, really.
Do it for the content.
Mm-hmm.
Do it for the content.
It breaks the day, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Rather than just staring down at your screen for 3 hours. Just
In silence.
Yeah, a zombie.
So yeah, I'll round this one out. It was nice to see Whitfield bring his little posse up to the Midlands. It was nice to return to Nottingham. Great city. Awesome place to play Pokemon Go, actually. Very, very nice sort of area to play in and lots of historic sites to see. So it was a great day. Great shiny, great bonus, great people there. And the game was just, chef's kiss. I struggled for the first sort of hour and a half with the game because I'm a blithering idiot when it comes to rock, paper, scissors.
Start with a rock, don't you, Ian?
It's predictable.
I just saw your video, you're like, here we start with a rock. And I didn't realise until that point what I actually did. But towards the end, you were losing way more than I was, actually.
Yeah, towards the end was quite harsh. But I might just be, I don't know if I was just getting more shinies. But we seem to be getting shinies at the same sort of time, much like Joe and Overkill Valor.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah, we did. We
You
did
know,
a lot
he's
of
getting shinies
head-to-heads.
roughly at the same time.
Yeah, it's interesting, yeah.
One thing I will go, and I'm going to go on record here, and if actually you work at, what was the name of the pub? La Vola?
I don't remember.
Yeah, if you work at the pub, nice to meet you, play Pokemon Go, but next time we come, please get some food in.
Ian just casually giving them
So
a very harsh
walked
review.
up to the bar, like, I'll have this. No, we're out of that. Okay, I'll have this. No, we're out of that. Oh, we've got this. No, I don't want that. Can I have this? No, we're out of that.
I'll have a cheese and onion crisps.
You know what? It was getting to the point where I nearly end up with a bag of crisps.
But did they have beer, though?
Thankfully, yes, and plenty
What are you
of it.
complaining
I
about?
don't drink.
It's clean living.
He likes
Clean
to
living,
do that.
living this year.
He likes to do that. He does. He likes. That's what we call him, Cascada.
Nothing wrong with this stuff, man.
I couldn't have too much because I had to edit on the way home in the back of a Fiat 500.
I'm proud of you. I thought you'd have been like blowing chunks in the car, editing.
I was okay, thankfully.
So hold on. So Milo, I'll just pause that a minute. Sorry to jump in there. You drove back that night then, did you? You
Yeah.
didn't stay up in the end.
He did drive back.
He,
He had a designated driver so he could edit.
There was a genius strategy.
so you edited in the car on the laptop.
Yeah, on the way home.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You got up in good time as well. That's
Yeah.
really impressive. Wow.
Thanks.
Behind the scenes, that is. Behind
Yeah.
the scenes.
And speaking of behind the scenes, it's time for Casual Coops and myself to run through some.
It's the news.
So, as the fetus alluded to at the beginning of the show, yesterday was the start of Dazzling Dream, which is an event that runs through to Tuesday, January the 16th at 8 p.m. local time. So, currently, you will be enjoying a 2 times Stardust bonus for catching Pokemon and for hatching Pokemon. So this event has some wild encounters. Now, Flabébé with differently coloured flowers will be appearing in the wild depending on where you live in the world. So, if you live in Europe, Middle East or Africa, you'll be getting the red flowered Flabébé. In the Asia Pacific region, Milo's favourite region, the blue flower Flabébé. And in the Americas, which includes Canada, so Coops' favourite area of the world, you'll get the yellow flower Flabébé. Other wild encounters that will be available during this event are Clefairy,
Ian's favourite Jigglypuff.
Marill.
Snubble.
Cottony.
Spritzy,
Swirlix.
Everyone's favourite field mouse, Dedenne.
Molo.
And of course, ladies and gents, drum roll please. For the new shiny, it's going to be Ian's favourite, £50 for a cutie fly.
we talked about this a year ago or so, yes.
But
yeah.
this time,
It was a year,
Yeah.
roughly a year ago.
This is going to be £9 million for a shiny cutie
Say,
fly.
surely it costs more to get the
Yeah.
shiny.
Yeah, I won't be investing in that one.
And of course, some trainers might even encounter the following. If you're incredibly lucky, you're going to get a Togetic, a white flower Flabébé, or an orange flower Flabébé. Sounds good, right?
Milo's buzzing.
Fabulous.
Milo likes a Togetic. Yep.
Togetic.
Togetic. Oh my god.
Togetic.
What a fusion. Now, the event eggs are going to be 7-kilometer eggs, obviously limited by your gifts, but there are 4 Pokemon in them. Togepi, Spritzee, Swirlix, and Cutiefly, which will be the money pit.
And there will be field research task encounters. Now, there will be event-themed research encounters for the following Pokemon: Alolan Vulpix, Spritzee, Swirlix, and the new shiny Cutiefly. And some trainers may even encounter the following. Hold on to your hats for these two: Mawile and Carbink.
Plus the Mega Energy.
Yeah, as Milo said, that there will be some Mega Energy tasks as well for Mega Gardevoir if you need it, or Mega Altaria. Of course, there will be collection challenges. Coops, you might actually get that badge into triple figures at one of these days.
Double figures, Ian.
Amazing.
And there will be avatar items. Actually, they kind of look a little bit like VR goggles, Joe. Actually, the big googly eyes. The Cutiefly mask. Yeah. And where would an event be in 2024 without a paid timed research ticket? Yes. For $2 US or the equivalent in your local currency, you'll be able to access event-exclusive timed research that will run through the entirety of the event, but you need to have claimed all rewards by 8 p.m. on Tuesday the 16th, or don't come crying to us.
Don't leave us a WhatsApp message.
Well, Ian, thank you very much for talking about an event which I will not be playing, but something which I definitely...
I am shocked.
But something that I definitely might be playing. Now, I don't know about you guys. I didn't see this coming. J0BEATS, did you see this coming for Feb's Com Day?
No, I don't think so. No.
No. Well,
Kind of a surprise.
ladies and gents, boys and girls,
Coos, I just want to say, before you announce this community day, our friend from over on the Load Up podcast, Ken, will be frothing at the announcement of this community day.
oh, does he love her, Chancey?
I believe so. Chancey Blissey, yeah.
He's all about Blissey.
Yeah, so we'll be able to evoke, yeah.
Loves a Blissey. Well, ladies and gents, boys and girls, and for Ken Pescator, is it what is it? What?
It'd be a Blissey wearing a Ken Pescator hat.
Yes.
Let's get it right.
It is your lucky day because for February's Community Day 2024, it is going to be Chancey. I really didn't see this coming.
You obviously didn't see the leaks.
Yeah. Trainers were excited to... Can I just read the article? Trainers were excited to announce that Chancey, the egg Pokemon, will feature during February's Community Day. Now, this one's going to be on Sunday. Sorry about that, guys. Sunday, February the 4th, from 2 p.m. until 5 p.m. your local time. Chancey will be appearing more frequently in the wild. Now, of course, Chancey does evolve into Blissey, and like any Com Day, you're going to get, I think, is it 1 in 25 could be shiny, but I'm pretty sure you should all have your shiny Chanceys. If you evolve Chancey during the event, or up to 5 hours afterwards, you will get a Blissey that knows the charge attack Wild Charge. Bit of a random one, but I'm pretty sure that Wild Charge does not make this relevant in PvE or PvP. There is going to be a $1 off your local currency, or the equivalent, sorry, to your local currency. You're going to be able to access the Chancey Community Day special research story. I can't see the name. Can anyone help me out? Is there a name, or we not got that just
Chancey
yet?
Community Day there, so that doesn't look like they've named it yet, or they've run out of ideas.
Maybe something like your chance for a Chancey. That sounds something that Lions would say. Now,
Take a Chancey on me.
Take a Chancey
Oh, the
on
ABBA
me.
Pokemon.
Milo, you should work for Niantic. But yeah, the event...
Oh dear.
But yeah, the event bonuses for this are going to be 2 times candy for catching Pokemon. That is the worst one. Quarter hatch distance when eggs are awful. 2 times chance for trainers level 31 and up to receive XL candy from catching. Lure modules activated during the event will last for 3 hours. Incensed, excluding the daily, will also last for 3 hours, which is actually fantastic. You only have to use 1. Take a few snapshots as normal. That's going to be the norm. I'm just trying to see if there's anything exciting. Oh, 1 additional special trade can be made, making a maximum of 2 for the day, and trades will require 50% less Stardust. Now, this one's quite important because the pre-evolution of Chancey is going to be Happiny. Now, Happiny has a chance of hatching from 2-kilometer eggs obtained during February Community Day. So if you do have one which was obtained before 2 p.m. on the com day, it will not be a Happiny. Now, Happinies that hatch from these eggs will also have the same chance of appearing as a shiny Pokemon as Chancey that appear during the com day. So that's absolutely fantastic. If you still do not have your Happiny, there's going to be the same bonus raid battles. 4-star raids are going to have Chancey, and obviously if you do defeat it, Chanceys will appear for 30 minutes. Amazing. If you didn't get a chance to participate in the com day, I really do like that. We're going to have Pokemon showcases. They're going to be field research. There's going to be a web bundle in the community store. And of course, there's going to be stickers.
Yes.
Thank you.
Best bit of any community day.
I knew the enthusiasm would come up there. And something which I would like to point out, Ian's probably going to tell me they did this 8 community days ago, but I've only just noticed. If you are looking for other trainers to join, there is now a live
I've been
map.
doing that for about a year.
Yeah, I did think that. That's the first time I've seen that. Guys, what is everyone's thoughts? Like, what are we thinking? Like I've said, forget the leaks. I was not expecting this. I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, the only shiny Chansey that I have is actually a traded one, and it is awful. So I am kind of looking forward to the shiny, even though I don't really like shiny Chansey. It's kind of like a mix of like vomit and poop colour.
It does look ill, actually,
It
doesn't
does, yeah. It's not a particularly nice coloured shiny or a nice looking shiny when you look at the nice pink normal Chansey, to be honest. But yeah, definitely going to be looking out for a decent shiny.
Come to Ealing.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm just curious to see how many you'll get on the map in one go. I think it's going to be jokes seeing one of the largest Pokemon on the map. And I've got an artist's impression of about 5, I think it'll be. I think, Joe, you've hit the nail on the head then. I don't think there'll be a lot of people have got it as a shiny. Okay, it has been featured in events with costumes and things like that, but it's a very uncommon spawn. It has featured in Valentine's events from memory, and I think it makes sense it being released in February because it'll probably be in the event around the community day as well, but I still need a decent one for PvP. Who said that?
Oh my God.
No, I just want a decent one because I've got only a couple, Joe, and they're both awful, the shinies. So it'd be nice to go and have a go at it in the wild. So yeah, looking forward to this. Should be a good one.
I like Chansey, don't get me wrong, but I'm still scarred by Chansey haunting me at GoFest Global 22 when I think I got 10 in the hour of rotation that it was in. So I'm currently going into the community sat on 13 shiny Chanseys.
Wow, 13!
I got
Ian.
10 in that sort of hour, 2-hour block at GoFest 22 Global. So I am scarred. I will do the community day, but I can't say I'm looking forward to anything more than just getting a little bit of dust for it. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a 1 hour for me, to be honest. But I will say the Happiny, the Happiny hatching, that could be quite spicy.
Damn, that was going to be my first
Yeah.
point. Because Chancey is featured infrequently, as Mark said. It's in the Valentine's event normally, and it's usually in the Spring into Spring event with the egg focus. But apart from that, maybe some Go Fests, it's not really featured too much in the calendar, to be honest. Obviously, we've been playing the game maybe for a fair while, so got quite a few of them, but there are plenty of people who I've talked to who've not even got one. And Happiny, Ian mentioned it, Happiny is probably going to be more of a chase than Chancey itself, because hatching that Happiny, these are the best odds to try and get that shiny Happiny. And I was sort of a bit like, meh, Chancey, I got loads of the ones with the flower crown, and then I looked at my storage and realised I don't have a hundo of it after all these years of playing the game. I think, okay, I didn't know I needed a Chancey community day, but perhaps I do. So as a relaxed-ish com day leading towards Sinnoh Tour, both LA and global, I don't think it's a bad pick at all. And it's perfectly masking that horror of a bonus that's quarter egg distance. Because when they lump that on a Pokemon that has like no egg relevance, it makes no sense. But this is perfect. Happiny in the eggs, half a kilometre to walk it in the infinite incubator.
And if you want to
Easy.
go savage, super incubator.
Super
You're just gonna
incubator,
burn
lovely.
through them.
Was
Yeah.
it 0.3?
Yes.
0.3, exactly. Just a bit of shaking your phone if you're sat at the pub. And then you're okay. But yeah, I'm personally actually quite looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it was quite nice when they did that with the Togetic com day and you got the Togepi out of the eggs. I was hunting more for the Togepi.
Yeah, I think it's the egg Pokemon, the baby Pokemon that people can't get.
But next weekend, we do have a Com Day Classic. So, J0BEATS, your 60-second timer starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it.
So, Saturday, the 20th of January from 2 p.m. till 5 p.m., we have got Porygon Community Day Classic. So, you obviously get the increased spawns that you usually get with a Community Day. 3 times Catch XP is your bonus this time with the usual 3-hour Incense, 3-hour Lure modules, obviously excluding your daily adventure Incense. Porygon can be shiny. There'll also be a ticket for this event as well. Do not forget to do your 5 snapshots as well, where you will get an additional encounters with Porygon. And if you Mega Evolve a normal type Pokemon, you'll also get extra candy as well when you are catching too. Are we done? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
No. I'll be honest. I think that was under 45 seconds. You smashed that. Well done. We'll have to have you back on to do Marches or Aprils, whatever it is.
Yeah, I was just trying to flick through. Showcases. I didn't mention showcases. Do you want me to pop that in as well?
Nah, don't worry about it. That's fine. It's fine.
No, I don't need that one, mate.
All good.
They exist.
All good. All the Community Day news out the window. I do hope you all have an amazing Com Day Classic next week to all of our listeners. But I'm just hella distracted right now because, like, I'm staring at Mark's screen and Mark, is that Mark's home? Oh.
So we had fun at the beginning of the show. Great getting to know your question from Milo. We, as a 5-sum this week, listed countries beginning with the same letter as our first names, the country that we'd like to visit the most. Well, we had 5 answers, so we had to find a clever way of making this poll work. But we did a 2-part poll tonight. To make people be a little bit more inquisitive, we just put the flags down. It was, as Sheldon Cooper would say, fun with flags. So the lowest flag or lowest country was eliminated from the first round, and we avoided the seeded country, which is obviously Japan. And in the first round, we had 21 people vote. I think they were more confused, to be honest with you, not really understanding what the flags represented, but they were different places. So I'm just going to give the results of the first round. In 4th place and eliminated from the first round was Morocco with 5% of the vote.
Probably because the flag just didn't look like anything.
Yeah.
Probably.
Morocco's a good pick.
Yeah.
Morocco is a good
definitely
pick.
is.
In 3rd place and through to the final was Indonesia with 24%. In 2nd place with 33%, and very much not in Europe, is Madagascar.
Oh.
Okay.
And 1st place with 38% of the vote was Lithuania.
Really?
I think it's fair to
wow.
say Lithuania wins something for that. So that was very good. So we put the second poll out and this had a lot more interaction on it. So we put, right, Morocco was eliminated. On to the final. Same question. And here we go. We had a few comments. Del Hazardex has sent a picture of a white background with a yellow triangle on it. Obviously referencing Coops' image of the Japanese flag.
Yeah, we don't need that reminding. We're all good. We get
That's
it.
never going to... That's
Just for
a
Joe,
shard,
just for
mate.
Joe.
That is this year's shard.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it on the flag as well, to be fair. Barside 2's put Pokemon Go in Japan is just amazing. Lucy Davis, Japan, the home of Pokemon. Run CMC, Japan. I think we know where this is going. Joe, first we you see it, August got Go Fest and planning same again for 2024. So they're visiting for the first time. That's going to be amazing in August. Mark Bailey, Japan is clearly going to win this. It's definitely up there as a place I want to visit too. Mark Bailey did vouch for Madagascar in the semi-final, but we see where his loyalties lie. Thank you, Mark Bailey. And Alex Nexton has put Japan all day. The results in 4th place with 0% of the vote.
0. Ouch.
Is Indonesia. That's brutal, isn't it? 0% of the vote. In 3rd place, with 14% of the vote, was Lithuania.
How did I win?
I know. More people voting for the final. 2nd place with 17% of the vote. And I'll take that. Madagascar got 2nd spot. And 69%
There you
vote was the winner. It was Japan with the well done. I mean, it was going to be Japan. Great letter, great choice, Joe. I think you're always going to win, to be fair. With
Japan and Pokemon Go are just like
so,
synonymous
thank you very
together.
much. Everyone who voted on that was a
definitely.
fun one. 2 in one wintry evening as we record this is pretty good
Ooh,
going. However, we're going to go from my favourite part of the show to everyone's favourite part of the show.
Shinies of the week.
So, with a shiny rock ruff, Lifeland Geo has got a shiny rock ruff. I was going to read out the CP, but I've just clicked on it and I can't see
That was a
the CP.
screenshot.
Actually hatched from an egg, and it has the dusk form on there. So shiny with the dusk form, I'd call that a win. Coming from a 2k egg as well, though, that's pretty lucky. I've not had any 2 kilometer eggs drop during this event, so nicely done.
Well done.
Yeah. So Sue, aka Hermes Ninja. With the shinies of the week, they have got a blue sparkle for the win. They've got a shiny Lunatone and a shiny Tyrogue.
Oh,
nice. They were got during tonight's recording. Wow. Literally in the last 2 hours.
So Mark Bailey. Searching with his 2024 Pokemon. So in the last 9 days, Mark Bailey has caught a shiny Solosis, a shiny Rowlet that he has evolved all the way up, and shiny Scyther, shiny Skitty, shiny Jigglypuff with a bow, the shiny Hoothoot with the costume, and a shiny Ditto as well.
GG.
Wow, a good start to 2024.
Definitely first place right
Apart
there.
from the Rowlet mark, no one cares. Everyone's got it because it's been a calm day.
You haven't.
Because Mark's going to trade me his one.
Lee Puttock has a shiny Shadow Moltres.
Nice catch.
That's decent. That's decent.
Got some good shinies there, J0BEATS. Well, listen, thank you very much. And on behalf of me and the other 3 lads, and behalf of us as the Incensed podcast, I just want to say a massive thank you for joining us. Like I said at the start, a few hours out of your day to come on the show and to join us and to let us grill you. You're feeling a bit warm now at the end. Are you feeling all warmed up, ready to go?
I mean, I was sweating to start with, but
you're ready to go out and Twitch stream, ready to go out and stream.
My life.
But obviously, if some of our listeners don't know who you are, they've never heard of you before, please just take a minute now and just to let everybody know who's tuning in right now to your episode. Where can they find you? What platforms you stream on, where they can follow you, where they can subscribe, where they can donate, all of that jazz.
Nice one, thank you. So, hey, I am J0BEATS. I've been on the show today. Thank you so much, Incensed Podcast, for having me. So I am J0BEATS. I stream Pokemon Go on Twitch with an IRL setup. So I walk around with a camera and all that kind of stuff. You can catch me on Twitch, on Instagram, and on TikTok, and also X as well, with the handle J0BEATS, J0BEATS. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely, it's been great.
One question: have you enjoyed being here tonight?
Yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, first podcast experience has been interesting. Yeah. I'm looking forward to how you'll edit it and stuff. I think that'll be the interesting
we don't
bit.
edit. We talk about we don't edit. We don't.
Oh, you don't. Milo does.
In the back of a car.
It's another dig, Ian. I'm proud of you. But no, Joe, listen, this episode will be live on Sunday, so we hope you enjoy. And yeah, thanks again.
No, it's been an immense pleasure having you on, Joe. Thank you very much indeed. And I guess, can we get maybe a verbal contract? You'll be coming back on if we invited you on in the future?
Yes, that would be good. And obviously seeing you at in-person events as well. We'll have to actually do a meet-up and say hi and have a few drinks.
We'll see if we can make Chancey Com Day more interesting.
Let's do it in Sheffield.
Perhaps. Oh, yes. Why not? Why not? But there we go. That's a verbal contract. We heard it here on the show.
Whitfield going to Sheffield.
But as indeed, further up the M1, maybe. But if you enjoyed the show, don't hesitate to drop a follow, subscribe, plus on the podcast platform of your choice that you're listening to this on. So you never miss a Sunday release. We never miss a week is our motto here. And if you do enjoy, please don't hesitate to drop a 5-star review. Written or just the stars would be fabulous. And if we get some written reviews, we usually try and read them out, don't we?
We do, but there's not been any written ones for a while, actually. So get an apple.
So if we can get a couple of those coming in, that would be fantastic. You can follow us on all of our socials. That's X, Instagram, Threads. We've got Campfire, and we've got the WhatsApp. Ian, would you like to read out the number? We'd love to hear people's voices on the show.
We do. So if you want to send us a message on WhatsApp, voice messages are preferred. And because it's through the interwebs, it's free. It's not going to cost you. You're not having to call us. So store this number into your cellular device, record your WhatsApp message, and then send it to us through the internet. And that number you need to store in your phone is +44 759 269 5696.
There we go. Hopefully we get a couple of messages coming in the next few weeks of 2024. But we always say this at the end of our shows. We wouldn't be able to do this without the support of all of our fantastic Patreon members. Everybody who is on the bronze and the silver tiers, thank you so very much. And a particularly big thank you to our gold tier Patreon members, who are the following: Hermes Ninja, JB, Clifford Mert, Darby Russ, Kerry and Zachary, Connolly, Apex171, Mufti, Barside 2, JLH1919, Highbone, Maz, aka Ozma Lionheart, and Mandy Croft. Without all of you guys supporting us as a podcast, well, I wouldn't be able to edit until 4 a.m, making sure it sounds damn good on a Sunday. So thank you very much, every single one of you.
Yeah, Milo loves his late night edit sessions, and yes,
I wouldn't go that far.
So that brings another show to an end. We will, of course, be back next week with...
Oh, hold on. I've got good news.
What?
We've got Route Spotlight Hour on Tuesday, and it is 2 times transfer candy.
Doing a Route Spotlight Hour. Just because you're jealous it's not Eevee Spotlight that you missed out.
Like what I said at the start, J0BEATS, Pokemon UK, you two enjoy that. Have fun.
We shall. We should definitely enjoy that Spotlight.
And on that bombshell, we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.